Hello, welcome. In this video, I'm going to be doing the English translation of the interview of Osinachi sisters, our elder sister, Favor, and our twin sister, Amarachi. Earlier, I had uploaded the translation of the interview done by our mother. So if you haven't seen that, you can go and check it out. So this video is going to help you understand everything that our elder sister and our twin sister said in their interview. The interview was done by BBC Igbo and it was done in Igbo language. So I'll start with the elder sister. She said, "I suffered during their wedding preparation, carrying wedding gown. It was by God's grace they didn't rape me that night. I suffered for this man. From the first issue, my sister started complaining. My sister called me on my way from Enugu, crying that her husband wants to kill her. I called my mom and I told her, I used my money to go back to Abuja. I brought Osinachi back to my mother's house. They stayed for a year plus. Then her husband came with some pastors, Pastor Tony and Pastor Eneche and one other pastor. They blamed him for everything and they settled the issue. And then my sister went back to her husband. But even after that, my sister was still maltreated. Throughout her stay in the marriage, she had 4 children, 3 boys and a girl. But my mother was not allowed to come for Omugwo for any of these children. He kept denying my mother her rights. My mother called and Peter picked the phone. I will never forget what he told my mother. He said, "Who is calling?" Like he doesn't know it is my mother. Peter doesn't want to see my mother or any of her family members, including my brother. I called Osinachi and told her to leave. My sister is someone of peace. She doesn't like trouble. She is like my father. Then these are the words of our twin sister, Amarachi. This still feels like a dream. I feel cold all over. My name is Amarachi, Osinachi twin sister. Peter Nwachukwu is her husband. We went for Glorious Sisters program in Abuja when my sister met Peter. It's like they sent him to destroy my sister. When he saw us, he took my number and started calling me regularly to help him talk to my sister. Osinachi refused, and I told her it is left to you. It looked like he had stopped, but after a while he came back again, and I noticed they have started dating. Before I knew it, he hurried up to marry my sister. Everything happened so fast. I was supposed to be a bridesmaid, but Peter said no. I married before my sister and we were very close. But after she got married, her husband said he would not allow us to be sisters. It was my husband that was always consoling me. The wedding was done in a very small room. When I gave birth to my first child, my sister came to see me in the hospital. But Peter came and took her away at night. I was so pained. I tried to confront him, but he refused to see me. All I could do was pray for my sister. They had a child and I didn't know. Peter told me that he would separate me and my sister. I thought it was a joke. I went for convention in Abuja. I called my sister that I will come to your house. She said I should call her husband first. I called him. He said I should stay away. I had to camp in the church. I was sick without money to feed. Peter is wicked. My sister secretly came to see me. She couldn't even bring me food. When I saw her, we started crying. There was another convention I came for in Abuja again. My sister said she wanted us to sing together. Her husband didn't know about it. Her husband has said that he will never allow us sing together. But that day, with the help of the man that sang Ekweme, we were able to make it. We sang together and we cried. She sang with a loud voice and I picked the song. The performance went viral. That day, although I was sick, I said I must join to carry 100 chairs. To God be the glory. After carrying the chairs, I couldn't feel the pain anymore. It was one of the pastors that gave me money to feed. My sister said we should go to her house, but Peter said no. He said I should take Peace vehicle, but my sister said she doesn't like the way Peace drivers drive. But I had no choice. I had to take Peace vehicle to Enugu, and God helped me. The next convention that was coming, my sister told me that we would sing together. We even sold clothes that we were going to wear. But Peter already heard all our plans, so he tried to stop my sister from coming. I kept calling her, but she would say she's coming, she's on her way. But her husband met her on her way and forced her back home. I ended up singing alone. We went for another program, Unusual Praise. Peter said that me and my sister must not sit together. We sat far away from each other. Everyone was afraid of Peter. They were avoiding him. My sister will come to Enugu, but Peter will not allow her to visit us. My sister kept complaining. Her husband always beat her. There was one Osinachi told me. She told me she said her husband sent her out of the house with a little baby at night. It was her son that gave her clothes for them to cover. She and the baby was cold. My sister don't tell me everything because she doesn't want me to tell our mother. When Peter insults people on the phone, my sister will go and beg for him. He tells Osinachi when to go for program. She could have gone far. They will pay money into her account, but Peter will collect it. There was a program they paid her 40,000 naira, but Peter took it from her and even insulted her. The only son we have left in our family is in Abuja, but he is living in a ghetto. One day, my husband told me that I must go and see my sister. He paid for my flight, and the next morning, I went to Abuja to see my sister. But when I got there, Peter refused to allow me inside the house. He said, "You don't know I am a strong man. You think you can kill me." He said that Prince Ukachukwu is coming and he doesn't want them to meet me in his house. I pleaded with him to allow me inside, that I will leave when Ukachukwu comes, but he refused. My sister also pleaded, but he refused. He locked his house and asked me to leave, but I refused to leave. Osinachi is not a troublemaker. She is like my father. She doesn't like trouble. So those were the words of Osinachi's elder sister and her twin sister. I would like to know what you think about this in the comment section. This is Becky Culture TV, where we share content that evolves around people, events, and places. You can get more content from us by joining us on our social media handles on YouTube and on Facebook. If you're already a family member, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in my next one.